you for joining us here today on Hill Country Happenings News Minutes. Representative Trent Kelly wanted to make everyone aware of H.R. 5887. This is the Guard and Reserve Hazard Duty Pay Equality Act. Members of the National Guard and the Reserve play a vital role in protecting the nation and their communities. Since 2001, utilization rates for members of our reserve forces have skyrocketed 22-fold. As part of their service, qualified soldiers are entitled to hazardous pay incentive for activities including but not limited to parachute jumping and demolition of explosives. This piece of legislation is an important step in recognizing the increased physical burden placed on our soldiers and airmen in the reserve component. Currently, Guard and Reserve service members are rewarded a 1/30th hazard duty incentive pay for their active duty counterparts. In context, a private first-class E3 with 2 years of service who is jumping qualified makes $272 a drill period. The service member is required to maintain the same parachuting jump requirements as his active duty counterpart, however, is only entitled to $12 versus $150 additional monthly compensation for the same level of risk. He is honored to be an original co-sponsor of this important legislation. Also on Friday, he was pleased to introduce legislation to name the United States Post Office located at 305 Highway 15 North in Pontotoc, Mississippi, in honor of Lance Corporal Mark Lucas Tucker. Lance Corporal Tucker of Pontotoc enlisted in the United States Marine Corps in 2003 at 23 years old and was deployed. He went to Iraq with the 9th Engineer Support Battalion. On June 8, 2005, Lance Corporal Tucker lost his life in service to our country. I, like the citizens of Pontotoc, will be forever grateful for his sacrifice and service. Representative Kelly wishes to congratulate Mason Bay. The Lafayette High School senior has received an appointment to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Mason comes from a long line of family members who have worn the uniform, including his great-grandfather, grandfather, father, and brother. He plans to pursue a space science degree, which is a new field of study at the Academy. He says it will be exciting to be a member of the first class to graduate with this degree. Upon graduation, Mason will serve as an officer in the U.S. Army. I am eager to serve Americans as an aviator, Mason says. This is a dream come true for me. Thank you, young man, for your service. USA Dance is in New Albany. Yes, ballroom dancing here in New Albany. It's called Chapter 6125, and it is the Northeast Mississippi Ballroom Dance. Now, they have free classes on Monday night. From 6:30 to 7:30 is a paid class. For the month of February, they're doing West Coast Swing. Now, for members, it's $5, and for non-members, it's $8. And then from 7:30 to 8:30 is a newcomer class. It's East Coast Swing, and it is free. The next social dance coming up is February the 29th. Now, this is on a Saturday, and the dance will be held at the Old Barbershop on Bankhead in New Albany. No partner is necessary. Just bring your dancing shoes and your willingness to learn some new steps if you don't know any, and to help others learn. Social dancing is so much fun. The New Albany school system is excited to announce that New Albany Middle School was rewarded a Tennessee Valley Authority STEM grant. There will be a formal check presentation with TVA representatives, as well as the representatives from the New Albany Light, Gas, and Water and the school district on hand for a brief ceremony on February the 19th at 1:30 p.m. School officials will be present to answer questions about the grant and the plans to create an innovative STEM lab this spring. Now, STEM is an acronym for the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. Now, STEM has become a program with a priority because too few college students are pursuing degrees in these fields. Many people would agree that STEM is the key to innovation and job creation in the United States. Getting U.S. students interested in studying STEM-related fields are a very important part of our workforce. The National Science Foundation says in the 21st century, scientific and technological innovations have become increasingly important as we face the benefits and challenges of both globalization and a knowledge based economy. To succeed in this new information based and highly technological society, students need to develop their abilities in STEM to levels much beyond what they are considered acceptable in the past. It is important to spark an interest in pursuing STEM careers in students. Programs outside of schools can help children to see STEM as more than a class to finish. Having activities that show real-life implications of STEM can pull together the ideas presented in school and help to show how they benefit our society and even as our world as a whole. We look forward to seeing what the new STEM lab will bring to our area. A luncheon with books will be February the 18th with a review by Dr. Timothy Prather on the book Back in the Game. They hope you will come out. Luncheon will be served by the New Albany Mothers Club. Thursday, February the 20th at 12 noon at the Union County Heritage Museum, they will have a presentation from the Union County Emergency Management Officer, Kurt Clayton, who will be talking about being prepared when emergencies happen in Union County. There will be a light lunch at 11:30. If you want more information, you can call 538-0014. This is a free event, Museum Moment, which happens the third Thursday of every month. The museum is located at 114 Cleveland Street here in New Albany. The New Albany and Union County school districts joined districts across the state of Mississippi for School Board Member Recognition Week, February the 9th through the 15th. Governor Tate Reeves has proclaimed this week-long observation in honor of the board members' services throughout Mississippi. The contribution of school board members to their communities and their commendable efforts to improve student success will be celebrated this month. School board members are called upon to find the resources needed in producing high student achievements. School districts across the state are challenged to do more with less, and school board members take the lead in helping to do just that. This week is a special opportunity to express our gratitude for the hard work of our school board members and to thank them for their dedication to our community and to our students, said Dr. Lance Evans, Superintendent of the New Albany Schools. The board members who serve your local school boards are responsible for setting the vision and goals for the district. They work to provide a quality education for students in pre-K through 12th grade and oversee the district's annual budget. The school board adopts policies and evaluates progress while keeping the interests of our students first. As school leaders, board members play an important role in engaging our community and supporting our public schools, said Ken Basil, Superintendent of Union County School District. Now, the New Albany and Union County School Districts are privileged to have a dedicated group of citizens working on behalf of children's education. Each member is to be commended for their untiring efforts in putting policies in place that proves the district's commitment to high standards for student excellence. The school board members for the New Albany School District include Jill Shaw, Barbara Washington, Mark Garrett, David Rainey, and Ren Nilsson. Those serving on the Union County School Board District are Terry Cook, Mickey Basil, Mike Browning, Wayne Mahan, and Daphne McMillan. I thank you for joining us here today on Hill Country Happenings News Minutes. Be sure and go to all of our social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Go to our Facebook page and like us there. We post on several different pages, different items. We have a Hill Country Happenings page. We have a Hill Country Network page. We also have a page for our news source, HCN Today. You can go to any of our websites at hillcountrynetwork.net or hcntoday.news. Also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and hit that notification button so you know whenever we post new programs. We hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of the show, and we hope you have a wonderful week.
Henrietta Collins, and I've been quilting for about 25, 26 years. And this quilt is what they call embroidery work. My favorite quilts, I like embroideries and I like appliques. So, but I've done some of everything, pretty much.
How many you say you've done since you started quilting?
I'm gonna say about 90, give or take. Yeah.
Do you keep all of them or gift them?
I have given some away, some of them I've kept, some of I made for grandchildren and things like that. But it's just like, it's relaxing to do.
And y'all meet every Tuesday out here?
Every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. And it's usually anywhere from 8 to 13 of us in the club. But yeah, it's every Tuesday.
How do you join the club?
Just come in, and if you want to join, just, you know, we pay a $10 membership for it, that lasts for the year.
I'm Clara Garrison. I have been doing this since '95. We have been doing quilts, you know. And my favorite, I don't know what my favorite is, but this one that we're working on is a strip quilt. It's a fire for the fire people, if their house burns.
What got y'all started quilting?
What made us? There was a lady that came in the community that was from Canada, and she started us on a quilting group, and so that's how we got our group together.
What's the name of your group?
The Peacemakers.
My name is Jamie Simmons, and I've been doing this for about 25 years, or better, a little better than 25 years. And I don't have a favorite quilt, I just quilt.
Well, how many have you done in 25 years?
Oh, I don't know. I think everyone should know how to quilt.
Good morning, my name is Annie Irby, and I'm with Magnolia Recreation and Resource Center. And we are here today at the Magnolia Civic Center celebrating Valentine's. And it is the Valentine Bingo celebration. And we want you to just come out and enjoy it and have fun. This is our first year of doing this at the Magnolia Civic Center, and we hope to do it once again. And we do have several prizes that we will be giving away. We have finger food for everyone to eat. We have a Valentine word find game that you can do. So we just hope you come out and enjoy it and have a good time.
In 33. Okay, the third one is G56. G56. Alrighty. Does everybody have that one?
Magnolia Recreation and Resource Center is the sponsor of the Valentine Bingo Banquet. Also, the New Albany High School is partnering with us to carry this on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dog Feed. My name is Chance, and you are watching the Dog Feed.
Hey guys, I'm Peyton Henry, and this week we did an interview all about Kelsey Ledbetter, since she is the only basketball senior and one out of...
Take 5.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Peyton Henry, and this week we did an interview all about Kelsey Ledbetter, since she is the only basketball senior and one out of 2 softball seniors. How would you describe Kelsey as an overall athlete?
She's a very hard worker, does everything that she's supposed to do, has a very good knowledge of the game, does everything she can to prepare. works really, really hard to balance multiple sports and do the best that she can for her team all the time.
How does Kelsey contribute to the softball team?
She's very solid in the field and also at the plate. She understands base running very well. She understands the overall strategy of the game. We can put her at third and she can walk up and play the bunt. But she can also handle the ball really well. We could play her in multiple positions, but hopefully that we'll be able to keep her at third this year.
What has been your most memorable moment in sports in New Albany?
Probably from last year when we beat Pontotoc, because they were like number 1 seed in the bracket and we were number 4, and we weren't supposed to beat them, but we ended up beating them.
Why do you love sports so much? Like, what do you enjoy most about it?
I guess it just feeds my competitive drive. Yeah.
What are your plans after high school sports-wise?
I'm not quite sure. I would like to play somewhere, but I still don't know.
Any particular sport?
Either. I'd like to play either.
Okay. How long have you played the sports you play here?
Softball. Well, I've played like my whole life, but like I didn't start until like 7th grade playing. And then for basketball, I started in 6th grade.
What's up, guys? I'm here with junior post player Annalisa Cheers, and I have a big game against Tishmingo tonight. Tell us how y'all got prepared for this game.
We've been working on our defensive plays and shooting around in practice a lot.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about like how like just walk me through y'all like practices. Like just tell me like how y'all did in practice.
So we come in and they usually start about 30 minutes of shooting around, getting warmed up, and then we transition from shooting to doing actual drills. So we do stuff like, I'm trying to think, they do 11-man drill, defensive drills, and so on and so forth.
Okay, tell us a little bit like how y'all team were like, how do y'all like get focused to big games like this?
We just kind of, I guess we just kind of zone in after we get it together. We know what we have to do when we get it together.
Okay. You hear it, guys, from the post player, Annalisa Cheers, and we out.
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, no, you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Come along with me and don't be scared. I just wanna set you free. Come on, come on, come on.
You know Adair about better than anybody. And what makes Caleb Adair special?
His head.
His head. You know, I can't argue with that. He does have a big old noggin, and it's one of a kind. But
Makes him smart.
it does make him smart. But in all seriousness, what makes Caleb Adair special to you?
Man, you know, every time Adair's around, he's going to put a smile on your face. You know, he's good at joking around, laughing, having a good time. You know, you never really are sad when you're around Adair. He's always there to cheer you up. So that's one thing that makes Adair a good person.
Exactly. And if you're from New Albany, you know that Adair can light up a room. Adair, congratulations on signing with Lyon College, and good luck to you.
Good luck, Adair. Ball out, work hard, and stay focused, and you'll succeed.
Guys, thanks for tuning into the Dog Feed. Tune in next week. We might have some pranks for you.
This is the bodega. I'm going to give you a little tour of it with some details. The inspiration for this bodega came from some vintage New York City photos. And inside here, you'll see the walls are lined with some vintage ads from this time period, the 50s, and maybe even some earlier. And then the products inside, the Sugar Smacks was from a 1950s ad that we found, and we just printed these covers out and painted cereal boxes black and covered those. And then all of the cans that we have here, these labels were created by our digital media teacher, Chris Russell, and he just made up a brand for this bodega and created really clean looking, very graphic labels that looked vintage. And then in Photoshop he added a filter so that the labels looked kind of grungy and torn. So the rest of the bodega will be filled with produce and maybe some jars of candy and I don't know, some fruit, who knows. Glass will be added to the front of this. And then on this side there's a cigar sign and of course the big bodega sign. Here on this door we have printed out all sorts of ads from magazines. Some are really hilarious if you can read and so inappropriate. People would never make ads like this now. For example, toothache drops made with cocaine, a chubby children's clothing catalog, just all kinds of funny stuff. We just thought they were hilarious, the things that they advertised. Lots of ads for cigarettes that were completely safe and even healthy for you. But you can see the door opens here. Actors can enter through the back of the bodega. And then, I don't know if you can see, but up here, way up here, is how we got upstairs to paint and get the second story window in, which you'll be able to see when I back up more. These signs on the side of the bodega, art students made those and then they were added, and then I think you can see upstairs, and that will eventually get glass and lighting behind it. So that is, I think, all we have for the bodega. I'm just gonna kind of go in from the back side of it so you can see what all's going on back here. So this is a really tight squeeze. I hope someone really small has to come in and out of this door, but you can see there. This is Doc's Pharmacy. It's another two-story piece that opens up. The whole bottom slides out and opens to reveal the inside of the pharmacy, diner, I guess soda fountain. This piece has been tiled, as we would say, with wooden tiles that were painted and covered in polyurethane. Again, glass or plexiglass will be installed here. Again, this is tight because the set is all pushed together, but just so that you can see the inside of it and what all has gone on here. There's tile on the inside. This is a bar that people actually dance on top of. The bar slides out with this opens up almost like a book would open up and becomes a really large set piece. So inside here we've got pieces that were donated. Some of these pieces are vintage inspired and some actually are, like the light up giant ice cream cone. a lot of these pieces came from the vintage market in downtown New Albany. There's a tiny little counter back here that you can't tell from the audience, but it's only this wide, and there's nothing underneath. It's just a little counter. So again, you see all the milkshakes and the glasses and everything. On one side of the window, there's a bulletin board with more very interesting vintage ads. A dartboard in this little corner here. We've collaged all of these other vintage ads. So this opens up, and then above it, so upstairs is an apartment, and I'm going to show you how you get up there. I think you can see how this is going to just slide out. Yes? Yes. Here's the backdrop being unpacked. You want me to stand here? Okay. Got it. Would you call this the unfurling of the backdrop?
Yes. Very exciting backdrops.
It's beautiful. These backdrops are rented.
Yes.
They're very thin. I think people think that they're thick, but they're almost like a...
Yes, they're very thin canvas. You can even see the paint where it seeps through. They're lightweight, even though they're very big.
As one big piece, it's heavy, but it's really lightweight compared to what I think people think that it's. But I believe this is all airbrush, so it's not coated with thick paint like we would use. Also, a lot of times people think that either I or my students paint these backdrops. We do not do that. I always make sure to tell people, no, we didn't do that. And so they're getting ready to hang this, and they'll hang it on the bar that you can see being lowered right now. Some more of that later. This is the back side of the pharmacy. So that's the apartment there. And so the cast members who have to get up here, of course, what's really amazing to me is that when they are getting up here, it's very dark. There are way too many people involved being back here. Not really, I mean, they have to be, but there's just a lot going on back here. I would imagine people are changing from one costume to another. Very, very tight squeeze as far as time and just physical space. And I'm gonna try and get up here. It's kind of hard to film and climb a ladder at the same time. I'm trying. Oh yeah, that's a great point of view. Look at there. So this is the balcony. And these windows open and close. They'll have glass also. And I think there's some scene where there are people out here singing and dancing, who knows what. Lots going on in all of these different spaces. But this is what it looks like behind. I just think that that's so interesting. And also now I know where some of my missing paint is. I had no idea it was up here. And you can see backstage how every inch of space is utilized for props, other pieces that have to come in and out. The scissor lift, which will eventually get moved, but they'll use that today to hang the backdrop. I just think it's kind of interesting to see all the things that are going on out here, and the lighting. If you'll look against this wall here, you can see that all of the lighting that's going to be installed this weekend has been loaded in, and they'll be working this weekend to get that set up.
Everybody clap your hands.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Cross. Cross. Chop, chop, real smooth. Yes, there we go.
I think it's fitting to ask Brother Nathan to open us up with prayer. Brother Nathan, I know part of your prayer is going to be thanking Randy for the time that he's been here, but also wishing him and his family success and well-being at his new job. We know he's going to need it, so we will all be praying for him.
All right, let's pray. Father, thank you for the love and the mercy and the grace that you've shown to us and to this hospital, this community. And Father, we especially thank you for Randy and the influence that he's had in this community, at his church, his family and friends, and with this hospital and patients and the guests that he's served so faithfully and so well for all of these years. So Lord, we thank you for allowing us to have him for the time that we've had. Lord, I pray now for him and his family as they make this transition, God, that you would give them grace, give them strength to figure things out, wisdom to make the choices that need to be made. I pray that it would be smooth and easy for them, and Lord, that you would continue to use them in this new role, Lord, in a way that would honor you and honor the patients and the guests that he's going to continue to serve. So Lord, bless us as we all celebrate this today. Thank you for your kindness and gentleness that you've shown to us. And we ask this in Jesus' name.
Amen. I always tell my kids, you're in charge of your emotions. And they're happier as that. Even in the summertime when I want to keep the thermostat on like 76, and they say, Dad, it's so hot in here. I say, just pretend you're cool. And but last night when I was going home, I felt kind of depressed or sad, and I got home and my wife was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know what's wrong with me." And just as I drifted off to sleep last night, I realized that I was sad because of Randy. Thanks, Randy. But I realized that, you know, tomorrow is going to be my last day working with Randy. It won't be their last day in our careers, but it'll be the last day here. And that really hit me last night. And if you guys know Randy like I do, I just kind of thought of some words that describe Randy, that I think of Randy. He's kind. He's empathetic. He's a good husband, a good father. He's a great nurse. He cares about people, and he cares about all of us. And he's a great Christian. And he has been a good role model to me. You know, you look at your hospital, your leader is your CEO. Leader at this hospital has been Randy. Now, I don't think there's any question about that. And I can tell you from early on in my career, I looked to Randy to kind of help me develop what kind of leader I wanted to be, and I tried to mirror the kind of leader that Randy is. Randy, we're going to miss you a lot. We wish you well. Wish you and your family. I've already told your wife that you told me you're looking for a mansion to buy up there. All kinds of help. You're always welcome back anytime if you don't need an appointment. We did get together and got you a couple of gifts. We know you like cards, so let me show you what this is. These are little cards from our entire hospital, and then each one of these is a note. Whoa, grab that! And each one of these is an individual note from a person. Come on up here. He's trying to hide. And he's also humble.
He's never been shy.
He's not shy. So each one of these are notes. So I know you'll enjoy these as much as I enjoyed when I left here in 2012. Y'all give me an envelope and I go back and read them from time to time. So I want to give these to you, and these are all of our thoughts and our thankfulness to you, and hopefully you'll enjoy these for the rest of the year. The next thing, I'll let you unwrap this. I know you like to have a nice office. Wanted to give you a little bit of something to help remember us by. I joke that's a big picture of me. Thank y'all. Thank you very much. There's one other present on that table. I don't know who it's from. You might want to. Okay. I've said all I wanted to say without tearing up. I would invite the floor to anybody that wants to get up here and thank Randy or say something special about Randy at this time. Don't rush the stage. I think you probably want to follow with him one-on-one afterwards. Randy, I know you didn't want to have a speech, but I know you probably want to say something.
I will just say thank you. Wow, 9 years. It's been fast. It's been fast. I've seen a lot of you grow. I've seen a lot of you take on new roles and excel in those new roles. I think about Jeff when he became manager, and I look at Jeff today and see how great he's doing back there in the OR. I think about Becky Grisham when Becky served as our interim manager up on MedSurg. And I look about where Becky is today and the future Becky's got. I'm very pleased with that. I think about Mallory, and I see Mallory starting a brand new role. I'm very proud of her. I think about Heather. Knowing that I'm leaving you with Heather as a CNO gives me great comfort. And I know Heather's going to excel in her role, and I wish Heather best. as she carries on the legend of Baptist Memorial Hospital, the excellence of Baptist Memorial Hospital here in New Albany. I think about many of you in the many ways that you have grown throughout my 9 years here. But then I also think about me and how you have played a part in growing me, in shaping me, in building me for this next step in my life. And I say thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity. I didn't see Dr. Thompson. Dr. Thompson and I go way back, way beyond 9 years. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You all hold a very special place. And I wish you well. And yes, we'll see each other around the system, not leaving the system. But we won't see each other every day. But know that you'll be in my thoughts and my prayers. And if you do ever need me, I am just a phone call away, or an email away, or a text away. So I wish you well. Thank you for your part in my journey here at Baptist Union County. Thank you.
Something that Randy mentioned each one of you in his speech. To me, the measure of a leader is the leaders that you produce. Let me tell you, you have created a wonderful team of leaders here at this hospital that will go on and give you a great legacy. So thank you for that. All right, we've got a lot of treats and sweets up here. 2 o'clock, so you need that insulin boost, right?
So let's see.
Yeah, let's see.